guys, so that is a swing from the great Ben Crenshaw, the other great Ben from Texas. Now, Mr. Crenshaw was friends with Mr. Hogan, and he comes out of that classic Texas style of golfing that I really, really enjoy, and his classic swing is one of the very best. I believe that he won Q School by 11 or 12 strokes, and they believed he was going to be the next Jack Nicklaus. He certainly turned out to be a Hall of Famer with 2 Masters jackets, and it's his putting stroke that I'm admiring so much of late. But I'm going to take some time to break down his golf swing because there's a lot of things worth talking about with his action. But I wanted to take a minute to thank everyone that's been involved in my driving evolution. I'm getting a lot of messages from people who are hitting it a lot farther. In fact, it's pretty amazing. I'm not surprised. I know it works. I guarantee it works. I've done it twice, and I'm just shocked, in fact, that this isn't like standard operating procedure for most people. I'm hoping I'm going to get out tomorrow to do my 2-week checkup to keep my speed up because there is no reason I can't keep hitting the ball much farther than I do normally. I mean, it's just maintenance. But I wanted to read an email I received from one of my subscribers named Joseph. I get a lot of great messages from people, but this is one that I was really excited to read. Hey, Christo, you are the man. Thank you. That's nice. I received the downloads you sent, and they're working just fine. I appreciate you standing behind your product. Some folks, I don't know if it's different operating systems. Once in a while people will have a problem downloading something. So if you have a problem, just email me. I promise I'll take care of it. There's other links and ways to view my videos. So at any rate, he says, as I stated, I'm a huge fan of your YouTube channel, and I love all your content. Thank you so much for sharing your journey and giving us in our 40s hope for improvement. I'm 43 years old, a diesel mechanic, and I live in Northern California. I sure would love to come down and go to SoCal and play a round of golf with you. However, I'm waiting to have shoulder surgery. An 80,000-pound semi I was working on shifted and crushed me, damaging my shoulders. On the very day I received my Ben Hogan TK15s and wedges. Talk about bad luck. So it'll be about 6 months before I can go play again. But I'm watching all the golf I can, and until I can play again, thanks again for the downloads. Joseph. Joseph, I wish you a speedy recovery. I think that I'm just so moved by your message. And I'm moved by all these great messages that I get. One of my fine subscribers sent me a screen grab of how much speed he's getting on this my driving evolution training he's doing. And I mean, when you go from, I've got a number of people that have gone from 109 to like 124, very similar to what I did in the first couple of weeks. And it's like, was I really leaving 30 plus yards in the bag that I didn't even know I had? So, it's amazing. I'm glad that we're all doing this together. I'm learning a lot. I learned a lot by focusing on my driving for that period, It's really something that I think is worthwhile to look into, to say the very least. But let's go ahead and get started looking at Ben Crenshaw's wonderful golf swing. Okay, so here we have Ben Crenshaw's beautiful golf swing. Now the first thing that we'll notice is he has his feet a little bit wider, just like I started doing in my driving evolution. And you'll also note that his toes are both flared out a bit. I've always flared my left foot out, but I've begun to open my right foot a little bit more to allow my hips to open more on the backswing. Now he's hovering this persimmon driver, which is a good idea to experiment with if you haven't done that yet. But let's watch his full action one time through. Now what I see right from the top is he has a full turn, classic swing, lifts the left heel, and moves off the ball quite a bit. Now, if we look at his head in relation to the trees behind him, you can see a little gap to the left side of his head in the trees. But let's just watch his head for a moment. Let's take this back, and we're going to see that he is not afraid to move off of the ball into his right side a great deal. Wow. About 6 inches so far, and he's hardly even taken the club back. Keeps going back even farther. So as long as he keeps his head behind the ball, I believe he's safe. Now let's watch his forward move with his head. It will move all the way back to the spot that he started at address, and it will not move forward through that spot. What an amazing impact position, but we'll have to come back to that. So he's allowing his weight to shift into his right heel. He's allowing his hips to open completely, and he's not afraid to move off of the ball. Now, this is something interesting I find, that if we go all the way to the top of his backswing, now you'll notice that his hips are open here. He's pretty deep into that right side, but his left heel hasn't come up yet. He's pretty much there, but here we see his left heel rise off of the ground as he reaches for that last bit of leverage. Now, what this is going to allow him to do is use his left heel as a trigger. He can't really put his left heel down with very much force unless he's moving left. Did I say unless he's moving left? Unless he is moving left. Now let's watch him get back to that left side. Now the weight shift is a crucial part of the golf swing that is really challenging to do in the modern swing, but it's much easier to achieve a good consistent weight shift by using the classic swing. So we'll see that left heel get planted, and now look, he's got that weight into his left quad as he's moving off of his right side. That right knee starts running into the ball. Just beautiful classic lower body work. Now look at this impact position. That's about as good an impact position as you'll ever see. It's very reminiscent of Ben Hogan. But my goodness gracious, what a gorgeous move into the ball. Takes the club right down and smash. That right shoulder is low, left shoulder high, and those knees are driving at the target. Now the knees are the specific place that I'm going to talk about next. You'll notice that that left knee stays bent. Look at the angle of that knee. He's gone all the way through the golf ball, and that left knee is bent. And you'll notice that he even makes a point to really stay deep into that knee all the way to the top of his follow-through. This is very reminiscent of Byron Nelson, one of the other Texas greats that helped Mr. Crenshaw with his game. Now, I have a theory that I believe that keeping that left knee bent increases your accuracy, or shall I say, it disturbs the club head less than if you blast off of that leg, that left leg, in a jumping motion. I believe that you can hit the ball farther if you use the leverage completely and sort of jump off of the ground, but I think that that can have haphazard effects on the club face or potentially cause it to rotate less consistently. So Mr. Crenshaw stays deep into that left leg, keeps it bent for a long time after impact, and flows to a beautiful balanced finish. You know, that is just amazing. A lot of people would call that the reverse C, but I think that that is the power bow. So I just think it's beautiful. So why don't we watch this from the top one last time. That's beautiful, Mr. Crenshaw. Thank you for your inspiration. Hit 'em long and hit 'em straight. Anyone can learn to hit the ball farther. And And if you're not hitting it as far as you can, you're probably not scoring as well as you could be, and you're not having as much fun. I had no idea I didn't know how to swing for speed. Now, if you don't know how to swing for speed, you're leaving tons of yardage in the bag, I guarantee it. By learning the 3 T's of distance, you'll be able to maximize your driving potential. Who doesn't love to hit a ball well over 300 yards? Doesn't it feel great when you just crush a drive and everybody's mouth is hanging open while the ball sails away into the distance? Everybody can learn to hit the ball farther, and if you hit the ball farther, you'll play the game better and you'll have a lot more fun. Hit them long and hit them straight.